Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email us Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase, pricing, and availability questions concerning this watch. Today, we are discussing a legendary launch from 2019, 38 millimeters in white gold. This is the Breguet Classique 5177. So the watch is easy to wear, 38 millimeters in diameter, and as you can see, universally appealing with a blue enamel dial and a white gold case, 38 by 9 millimeters thick by 46 lug-to-lug with a spacing between the lugs of 20 millimeters. The strap, very high grade. As you can see, very large, symmetrical, rectangular scale alligator leather, a super expensive cut of the animal. Aged ultramarine blue matte finish, monotone stitch, a little bit of stuffing or bolstering, folded edge, calfskin lining, and you will note a brand new Breguet factory strap, no crimping, no gouging. The watch equipped with a Breguet white gold pin buckle. And then, because the strap is not broken in, it's still very stiff, so I'll have to pull it tightly when it's on my wrist. This compresses my wrist a bit and exaggerates the size of the watch, but as you can see, it's a good fit on a 16 centimeter circumference wrist. I would even say a 15 centimeter circumference wrist could wear this quite well. It's low enough to fit underneath any kind of a cuff. Again, I'm pulling it very tight, but you can see even over the top, the lugs are not beyond the edge of my wrist, and this is the angle that exaggerates the width of the watch. This is always the truest one, the down the barrel shot, just like that. So I've got some clearance on both sides. With a dark dial and a white metal case, this is a fairly sporty dress watch that can be worn casually, and yet it is welcome in even the most formal of circumstances and attire. Taking a quick look at the interface between lug and strap, you can see that there are screws, bars, and then set screws. So this strap is not coming undone. It is firmly fixed. A more expensive solution than a spring bar, but one that a watch is very valuable and deserves. So taking a quick look, this very valuable watch also features a screw and bar fixed pin buckle, because if this pops off, it doesn't matter how secure this is. So the investment has been made all the way along the strap and lug interface. Taking a quick look at the lugs, you can see they're welded onto the case, which is a very laborious and traditional way of building a case, but it achieves a super sharp break that stamping and machining still can't quite achieve. The case is cold rolled and then hand finished, and some people ask me, what is this little mark? Is that where? No, that's actually a slot for the watchmaker's case knife. That's what that is. But we have welded on lugs, a cold rolled and hand finished case, all in white gold, a Breguet logo on the crown. Taking a look, as with most Breguet watches, the mid-case is defined by the overlapping flange of the domed caseback and the domed bezel. And then on the dial side, Grand Faux enamel in blue, over a dozen firings at over 800 degrees Celsius. Dark enamel is difficult to achieve because dark enamel, unlike white, shows every imperfection of this famously ridged, roughed, and chalky material. If you get super close, you can see just a little bit of that texture, which is beautiful because this is fired glass on a white gold dial base. So firing the glass, it melts, and assuming it's cooked consistently in thin applications, you wind up with a very smooth surface. It can never be perfect because that's not the nature of enamel. You'll also note when you get close, there's a very, very faint Breguet secret signature. While none of these Breguet signatures are truly secret today to the point that someone would miss them, this is one of the more covert, I would say, inconspicuous to a level you won't see on the engraved metal dials, and wonderfully subtle as a result. You can see that the numerals here have been likely hand-painted, a lovely Breguet Arabic numeral font, and then you can see indices outboard, alternating forms, and a little date disc. So a lot of people confuse this with the limited edition for the Tokyo boutique reopening, which I believe was from prior to 2019 and a 10-piece edition. People confuse this watch with that one. They're not the same watch. For one thing, this edition has a date, the Tokyo does not. I actually like having a date, so for me that's an advantage. Also, the hands, white gold. You can see a rare application of Breguet-style hands that do not involve bluing. We also have a lovely little counterweight to the seconds hand. And you'll note that there's no shortage of hand span here. Some watches get dinged for having hands that are too short. These feel perfect. A couple of notes. The watch does feature a hacking or stop seconds function. So if you wish to set the watch precisely to the second against a reference, you could do so. There's also a quick set, and you'll note that the date window is faceted, so it's not a clumsy sheer cut through the dial. It actually does have a little slope to it, and the date disc is the same color as the dial, which I deeply appreciate. So a Grand Faux enamel dial, the firing, the application, the finishing, the decoration, all of this, a multi-step process that can be ruined if the dial cracks or chips or explodes during the process, all of which happens when firing enamel, so an incredible execution. On the reverse side, we have this lovely guilloche white gold rotor, Breguet, caliber 777Q, Q for quantième. It is a calendar or date movement. Automatic winding, it's got a 55-hour power reserve, a 4 hertz beat rate, 26 pivot joules. It has a free sprung balance, which you can see features adjustment by variable inertia screws that are recessed from the free airstream to reduce the effect of aerodynamic drag on timing. And so we've got a silicone hairspring for anti-magnetism, also for thermally inert operation, so temperature drift will not harm the watch as much. The free-sprung architecture allows for precision as well as greater shock resistance. And you could see below the balance we have two blue structures. One is the escape wheel, one is the anchor, used to reduce the impact of magnetism on those, also reduced the amount of oscillating mass in the drivetrain, and finally to reduce the need for lubrication, although Breguet does at least retain the use of conventional pallet stones. Finishing is high grade. You can see solarization on the barrel cover. Engine turning used in several different sizes on the movement. You can see below the balance in large size, and then on the bridges in a smaller application. All screw heads are mirror finished. We have stripes across the bridges, and you can see that the anglage, or the beveling, is to a high grade with satination on most of the wheels. And then these two lovely sharp interior angles adjacent to the balance structure with locating pegs that are used to locate structures on structures below. So you can see these two polished locating pegs to locate the balance cock on the base plate. Those pegs have been polished on their heads. All of this water resistant down to 30 meters. If you love this watch, and I can't see why you wouldn't, reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.